Welcome to my Innovation Challenge onboarding agent running on Hugging Face. How you use this is before you begin, you can optionally upload mock-up images. I'm going to upload these two screenshots from a Topcoder Design Challenge. Now the agent is processing those images using Gemma 3 as a vision model and finished the analysis for these two PNG files and tells you to please click begin when you're ready. So for this step, step one, intake, in the definition of the challenge, the agent tells you what it obtained from the image analysis, and it says the analysis suggests the title of Topcoder Customer Story Showcase, and it asks you if this is a good starting point for the problem I want to solve. So I'm going to paste in my answer from a script I prepared for this demo. We need an improved version of this design and click send. So the agent's going to continue asking questions for this step one intake. And I'll pause the video and come back when the agent's at the last question in this step. Okay, so the agent just asked the last question in step one, asking if there are any specific constraints, brand guidelines, etc. participants must be aware of. I'll paste in my answer from my script. When the agent finishes processing a specific step, it shows step complete in the answer box here, and it tells you to please proceed to the next step, step two, which is registration and audience requirements. And it asks you the first question in this step. If you click on this More Buttons link, you see these buttons here in this section, which is the challenge specification summary. And this summarizes all the steps we've completed so far. We've only completed step one, challenge intake. So here are the answers that you provided, summarized by the agent. And you can download the summary at any time. There's also this button for find a matching challenge template. Let's click that. If you go to the bottom, you see it shows the challenge template that I match from MongoDB Atlas Vector Search. MongoDB Atlas has a vector search index, which I use to embed and store challenge templates. So this is the design challenge template. You can use this to help you in your answers in the steps. Okay, so I'm going to continue with step two and step three and come back at step four for the price configuration. Okay, so I finished step three, submission requirements, and now the agent started step four, the price configuration. Asked me about the tiers for the prizes. I'll say tiered structure is good, first, second, third place. And the agent asked me the amounts for each prize, and he gives an example of 2,000 and 1,000 for first and second. But these are too large for me, and it asks if I want some guidance. So this is the important part. I'm going to answer that I want guidance, and the agent's going to call the Topcoder MCP server to get prize guidance. You can see if you look at the logs here, you see it called the tool, the query TC challenges tool in the MCP server, and it gets back challenges which are match the challenge that the user is requesting. So it suggests first place 600, second around 300. This is based on the prizes that the agent sees in the response from the MCP server here. Okay, so I'll continue with this and come back in step 5, because step 5, timeline configuration. The agent also uses the TCP server, the Topcoder MCP server to get guidance on the timeline. Okay, so I finished step 4 with the price configuration, and now the agents at step 5 for the timeline configuration ask me what's the planned start date and planned end date, overall duration. So I'm gonna say that I'm not sure. Based on my answer, I'm not sure about the dates of duration. Can you suggest a typical timeline for a challenge like this? So when the user asks for uh, the the guidance, see in the logs here, it's the agent's gonna call the MCP tool again to get the timeline information, like the phase information. And based on that, it's going to suggest registration phase 1 week, submission 2 weeks. So this is from the tool, from the challenge data returned by the tool approval for design challenges. Okay, and if you look at the summary here, you see now there's the four completed steps are shown here. The price configuration that the user chose based on the guidance from the agent. And timeline configuration, we still need to finish that. So I'll just pause and finish all the steps, I think. Okay, so I finished all the six first steps, and I'm at the last step. I'm gonna answer the last question in step 7 about monitoring. Okay, so congratulations, you've completed all steps, and this step 7 is complete. You see here in the summary, we have all 7 steps with answers and information provided by the user. And step 6, step 7. And you see that for step 4, there was guidance provided by the AI. And this guidance is from the tool call, the MCP server tool call, the query TC challenges for the prize sets from the challenges that match this user's requirements. Same with the timeline configuration, you see that there's guidance provided by the AI for registration and submission period, September 1st to September 15th. So 2-week registration submission, checkpoint review in the middle, September 8th. Final submission deadline, September 15th. Judging period, so September 15th, September 22nd, so 1 week after the submission. Okay, back to top. So this is how the innovation challenge onboarding agent works to help the user define an innovation challenge, walking the user proactively through the 7 steps for defining the challenge, and using the Topcoder MCP server for guidance for step 4, price configuration, and step 5, timeline configuration. Thanks.